Today we're going to go over one of the most ridiculously good rune farms available in Elden Ring. With this insanely easy rune farm where you don't even have to fight anything, you'll be getting about 10,000 runes per minute, and you can do this from the very start of the game. Now let's go over exactly where you need to go and what you should have with you. If you're going through this at the very beginning of the game, you're going to want to head over to the Church of Ela, pick up that lost grace point, and then head over to the Lake North grace point just right over here to acquire your rideable horse torrent. Once you've finished talking to the mysterious lady and have acquired your noble steed, we're going to head in a southeast direction across the bridge. Now the location we're going to be headed to is the third church of Marika. And all you need to do is just run across this road and follow the road to the left all the way until you get to the church. Now this little fork in the road is kind of hard to see when you cross the bridge, but you're just going to head in the direction of the tree and then follow this road all the way down. One thing I do recommend when going through this road, especially if you're very early in the game, is to do it during daytime. If you do it at nighttime, you're going to run into bosses and bats and all sorts of things that you can still run past, but if you're unlucky, they might one-shot you as you try and get past them. As you approach the third church, you're going to be able to see it pretty clearly next to this giant. You can run right past the giant, run inside, and just pick up the lost grace points. If you've never been here before, there's going to be two really great items strewn around. Just pick those up. Those will unlock the Flask of Wondrous Physic for you, as well as a Sacred Tear to level up your health potions. Now here, I highly recommend resting at the Site of Grace and passing time until morning if you have not already. There's a very good reason for this, so don't think I'm crazy, because the route that we're going to take to get to this farming spot, you're going to want it to be morning and not nighttime because you might get clapped. Now right behind this church is a little portal, and I'll mark it on the map here. It's just in the corner of this water. You can run right out the area that I went through, and if you go up to this portal, you can actually teleport to a new location. This is going to take you to Dragonborough, which is going to help us get to the new farming location. This is actually right next to the old one, and you can farm about 2,000 to 4,000 runes per hour in this particular location. I'll leave a link in the description and in the cards on the top right corner if you want to check that one out. But this new farm, you don't even have to fight anything. We are going to head down this road. And there is a Site of Grace here that I'm going to recommend you pick up just in case. There's a couple different ways to actually get to the location we're going to. We don't want to go across where the dragon is. This is the Site of Grace you can pick up just in case. But once you pick that up, what we need to do is we need to actually get over here. Now, we can get there by crossing this bridge, which is crazy, but we're actually going to cross this little bridge here, which has a boss on it at nighttime that is incredibly strong. And that's why we want it to be daytime when we do this. So from this Site of Grace, we're going to go up and around. We're going to ignore every single thing along the way. We're going to turn left right here. And then we're going to go down this little turn bit. Now there's going to be a ton of poison traps through here. You can kind of just run through them. They're not going to kill you, or you can kind of run on the side. But regardless, you're going to hit a bunch of them on your way. Just you'll be perfectly fine. There's actually another XP exploit that we can do here to get 45,000 runes instantly, and I'll show that at the tail end of this video because it's just a nice little bonus for this area. And since you're in the area, you might as well do it anyways. But once we cross this bridge, we're going to see another Site of Grace next to this building. And we're going to synchronize to that. I don't know why I call it synchronize. I know it's light up, but it just feels better, I guess. I don't know. Now, this is where things get spicy. You don't have to fight anything, and you're going to get a ton of experience. So we've got the Site of Grace unlocked, and we're just going to run down this road. We're going to hop on Torrent, and we're going to run right down here. And you can do this as fast as you want. And right when we get to about here, there's going to be a giant ball that spawns behind us, and we need to sprint away from that ball. It's going to fall off the edge, and we're going to get 1,952 XP. Once that happens, just fast travel back to the site of grace. You're going to hop back on your horse and you're going to do it again. It's absurd. And you can get, I tried to see how many times I could do this in a minute, and I got about 5, so it's about 10,000 XP per minute. It's just going to roll right off the edge. You're going to get your 2,000 XP, and you're going to fast travel back. And you can optimize this, because there's a certain point, I think once it goes off the edge, you're going to get the XP anyway, so once you see it roll off, then you can just initiate the fast travel, and just keep doing it. And you can get so much XP for this. It's absurd. Oh. If it hits you, there's a solid chance it will kill you, so just be careful about that. But yeah, it's the most simple way to get XP in the game, or runes, or whatever you want to call it. Now that's easy enough, right? If you do this for an hour straight, and you average about 5 times per minute, you'll get right around 585,600 runes an hour, which is absurd. And if you want a little added bonus, if you go to your site of grace or it becomes nighttime during this process, you'll be able to spawn a boss here. Now this boss will only be available one time. Once you kill it, it won't be back. Now you need to make sure to do this at nighttime because the boss will only spawn at night. Now do not engage this boss for a fight. We're going to be on our mountain. We're going to run past it. And you don't want to sprint either. You might need to sprint like initially just so that he doesn't one-shot you. There we go. So just initially get past him, then don't sprint, and just kite him up this hill while hitting all of these gas traps along the way. So just keep running over all of the gas traps. If he gets up on you, then speed up a little bit. You definitely don't want to let him get too far behind or he'll de-aggro. So if he gets up on you, then sprint, but otherwise just try and run along. And what's crazy is all of these poison traps are also going to poison him. And you should get the enemy felled alert. You'll get 42,000 XP and the Ash of War Bloodhound's Step, which is awesome. I realize I forgot to mention, if you're watching this and you hadn't actually unlocked your Wondrous Physic yet or upgraded your flasks, what you can do is you can go into your flasks and the item we got from the church can be used to increase the amount replenished by the flasks. That's the Sacred Tier. And then if you got the Mix of Wondrous Physic, then you can add on to it the Crimson Crystal Tier, and this basically gives you an extra healing potion. But I really do hope you all enjoyed this video. If any of you have any additional tips out there to help the growing Elden Ring community get a little bit better at the game or find ways to easily farm, please let me know in the comments below or reach out on Discord and Twitter. But if you did enjoy the video, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next one.